We come to you tonight with our top story being Scalpers of a children's card game and how they're ruining everything for everyone. Pokémon is a franchise known worldwide for its veritable forms of merch, such as action figures, clothing, and the subject of today's video, trading cards. Since the very moment these cards were introduced to the market, it was made very apparent that not only would they be highly sought after by kids, but those who could see opportunity in their future could already tell how much these cards may be worth one day. Fast forward to the modern day, and we are finding ourselves in a time where adults are getting into physical altercations for that shiny cardboard. And make no mistake, dear viewers, these cards aren't typically for their children or for family members. These cards are being sought after in the middle of Costco's and parking lots alike, all for the chance to pull some extremely rare cards to resell at higher value. This of course inflates the market just like anything else would, and only ensures that kids are not going to have the same experience that I had as a child, gathering up packs, ripping them open with friends, and seeing if we could get that exclusive chase card that we were all wanting. These kinds of behaviors ensure that there will be no chase cards for those kids. So today, why don't we take a look at some of these adults embarrassing themselves, video by video, and kind of give our final thoughts at the end. And if you like videos like this and you want to see more or have ideas for future videos, let me know down in the comment section below, and make sure you are subscribed. Maybe you think you are because I know I'm making some banger videos, but you might not be, so make sure you're subscribed. The first few videos that we'll be taking a look at are the consequences of what happens when you mix volatile franchises like Pokemon and mix it with the open availability of stores like Costco and Walmart.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Híjole. Oh my god, Phil!
Now, you'll notice in the video that the lady at the very beginning had to yell at these people like literal children at the swimming pool not to be running. And why is that? That's because they are acting like actual children, not taking into account anybody around them, not caring for anybody but themselves and what they want, which is that sweet cardboard. And you'll also notice in the video that there was a moment where a couple TVs got knocked over. As somebody who has worked at places like Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, being as a retail associate, having to deal with things like this whenever new exclusive items drop is an absolute nightmare that will, for me personally, would cause me want to just not come in that day. I would just clock out.
Costco Pokemon card fight. People are crazy.
And here we have a prime example of exactly what I was talking about. People going absolutely feral and not having any disregard for those around them, all for the sake of just grabbing Pokemon cards. It's just Pokemon cards. But you know what? To each their own, I suppose. In the video in the background, you can actually see one guy with a gray shirt managed to get a couple of boxes into his cart, and amidst all the chaos, in my mind, I would have just grabbed one of the single individual boxes and called it good, because that's what a normal person would do. But these guys are a different breed, I guess. The next video I'm going to be showing you is going to be Pokemon fans practicing their moves in a parking lot. We're going to see some tackles and some high jump kicks. Again, all for the sake of that shiny cardboard.
Get on me back right now. Pause. What do you mean? What? Yo.
So clearly it's not above adults to get into, like I said before, physical altercations all for Pokemon cards, but you will notice that there was a couple people in the background that were like, hey guys, it's just Pokemon, it's just Pokemon. So it is nice to see that amongst the giant group of Mega Punch and High Jump Kick users, there are some people with some sense in their brains, but it doesn't seem like that sense is good enough to combat the confusion that these trainers are under. The last couple videos that I'd like to look at are at actual Pokemon terminals, like the actual Pokemon Center terminals where you can buy various different products, which I would imagine many of us in the United States haven't actually seen because they're very few and far between here and are usually in Japan or Europe. But there are quite a bit of scandals going on at these Pokemon card machines as well, so I want to take a couple looks at some videos. We're going to watch these videos back to back and then talk about it afterwards.
Jewel employee buying all the Pokémon before the store opens at 6 in Chicago.
As you can see in these videos, grown adults are even going to the lengths of stocking these machines, waiting for them to be restocked, and then buying out everything the moment that they can, or getting into physical altercations like we saw in the previous video, right in front of these machines, in front of children no less. In the video that you see currently playing, there is another situation where a guy is trying to buy everything inside the machine, but the policy has recently changed and the store owner has talked with the Pokemon company in this video and has confirmed that you can only buy 2 of each product now. I think it's either 2, it might just be 1, but you can only buy a limited amount, and he's having arguments saying that since the machine doesn't say it, that he should be able to buy whatever he wants. Thankfully, this video ends with the manager unplugging the machine and telling the man to leave. So, I guess as per usual, this leaves us in a precarious state asking ourselves, what do we do? How do we stop these scalpers from taking all the product the moment it hits shelf and, ending childhood dreams and memories as we know it? Well, thankfully it doesn't seem to be all doom and gloom, as the Pokemon Company is taking various steps to try and outsmart and outmaneuver these scalpers, and one of the bigger ways that they're finding success is by taking that foil wrapping off of products before putting them in the machines. This effectively destroys the resale value. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense, because if the product itself doesn't have that initial wrapping on it with the Pokemon logo and seal, there's no way to ensure that what is in the box is actually in the box. So, I think this is a great maneuver that Pokemon Company is taking to outmaneuver these scalpers, but as far as it goes, I think it's just going to be confronting them. Now, I know a lot of them don't really care, as they're just there for the money and they don't give a shit about your children, but confronting them, putting them to public shame, a lot of them will just look away, try not to look at the camera, look down. But the more we publicly shame these people, the more that we put them on blast and tell the world about how wrong this is, take the products back away from them, even if we have to get a little physical and rip the products away from them. Don't hurt them. I'm not saying incite violence, but hey man, selfishness ain't cool. Overall, I think scalpers are a pretty big problem. I mean, obviously there are much bigger issues in the world, but when it comes to more mundane things, when it comes to our at-home life or things that we try to enjoy, it really is such a shame to see adults, 40-year-old men, people that just shouldn't be collecting stuff like this, and moreover collecting stuff like this for the sake of gaining money and kind of just outing kids or anybody else that would be collecting in the process. So, Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button down below for me. Make sure you are subscribed and you have that make sure you have that notification bell clicked. That way you know when each and every single one of my videos comes out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.